Hi, I'm Maria. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the story of how traveling transformed my life. And maybe at the end of the video, you will find your own world a little different too. I grew up in a small village surrounded by nature and animals and the same familiar faces. My world was really beautiful, but it was really small. And that kept me thinking a lot of times, is this everything? After I finished high school, I moved to Lisbon to study at university, and it was a huge change in my life because I moved to a bigger city and I barely knew anyone. For years, I tried to fit in, make everyone happy, try to establish real connections, but there was a turning point on my 28th birthday. I planned a dinner with friends. I was really happy, and I made all the reservations, all the preparations. I chose a really nice and cozy place, and then no one came. I felt so alone, so invisible. That feeling was my turning point. In that moment, I promised myself that I would never get through that again. So I decided that every year in my birthday, I would spend it far away from Portugal, far away from all that pain. I guess I was choosing myself, showing up for myself, instead of waiting for others to do that. And that changed everything. I started small. The first years I traveled inside Europe. I went to Spain, France, Italy, Germany, Netherlands, Switzerland, UK, and I really enjoyed those places. My world became a little bit bigger. Each place opened my mind a little more. Every city has its own rhythm, its own language, their own customs. But I never felt a cultural shock while I was traveling inside Europe. It seemed to me that I was still traveling inside my comfort zone. In 2016, I had just finished reading Siddhartha, which actually I still carry it with me. It was the only book that I brought in my cabin bag, as you can see it. And I came across some photos about Chiang Mai. I saw those golden temples, those green mountains, and I thought it was so beautiful. For the first time, I felt pulled into this new world. That day, I decided that I would spend my birthday that year in Thailand. When I arrived to Chiang Mai after 16 hours and 3 or 4 flights from Portugal, I was exhausted, hungry, and in a desperate need of a shower. I will never forget the feeling that I had when I stepped out of the airport. It was so hot. The air was so thick, so humid. All those smells, all those weird smells, nothing there was familiar to me. And I remember thinking, oh my God, you are gonna hate this. How am I going to survive here for 15 days? I'm gonna hate it. The next day, I decided to explore the city. I saw a city full of lights, full of life. The mountains, the green, the quiet temples where you can only hear the birds and the sound of the wind chimes. It's so peaceful. The night markets, the street markets, the smiles of Thai people. I discovered that people, total strangers, can be extremely kind, but only if you are open to it. For the first time in my life, I was in a world where nothing was familiar. And without knowing that at that time, I think it was just what I needed. That leap to the unknown changed everything. I kept traveling to Asia. I went to Thailand many times, Vietnam, and even India. India is a whole adventure, and I think it deserves a video itself. Today I'm in Southeast Asia, a place that I didn't know anything for most of my life. I never thought that it would be thousands of kilometers away from Portugal, that I would find a place where I can be myself and stop wearing the mask. That's the truth that no one tells you. Maybe home isn't always the place where you started. It can be the place where you stop pretending and start being yourself. If you're feeling stuck, uninspired, or just tired of pretending that everything is fine, maybe this is your sign. You don't have to move across the world like I did. You can take small steps, maybe finding a new place, maybe getting out of your comfort zone. Give yourself permission to be surprised and to be uncomfortable, because that's where the growth starts. I hope this video helped you finding the courage to take that step and to explore the world. Thank you for listening. I'll see you soon. And I saw a city full of light, full of colors, full of TikTok. Full of TikTok, estava tão bom.